DGS of GTU, our own brother, Mr. Essa, to make a statement.
Very much, Madam Chairperson. Madam Chairperson, please allow me to stand on all existing protocols. However, despite the appeal, courtesy would demand that I distinctly recognize the presence of the Permanent Secretary, Louis Moses Mendy, and my Honorable President of the Gambia Teachers Union, Ismail Sisi. First and foremost, I would like to return gratitude to the Almighty Allah for sparing us to witness yet another Congress, and also to my General Secretary for according me the privilege to represent her. As a parent body, it is important and crucial for us to highlight the significance of the Congress, of the conference, which is the supreme authority of the organization. This meeting will present members the opportunity to deliberate, propose solutions, as well as address pertinent issues affecting the Congress, its membership, and the education sector at large. Therefore, Madam Chairperson, I intend to underscore the need to nurture unity among ourselves, advocate for increased funding in education, policy change when and where needed, influence decisions on pivotal schemes, and last but by no means the least, we emphasize on the need to collaborate through a consortium of boards of governors to facilitate knowledge sharing and with the view to strengthening our corporate governance ideals and principles for a better management of our senior secondary schools in country. Madam Chairperson, as we gear towards electing a new National Executive Committee, this meeting serves as a democratic platform for members to voice their concerns, elect leaders, make important decisions, and shape the future direction of the conference. It is supposed to enhance transparency, accountability, and foster a sense of ownership among the members, thereby strengthening the organization's effectiveness in advocating for positive change. Furthermore, Madam Chairperson, it is imperative to note that unity is the cornerstone of any successful organization. Therefore, by fostering a culture of unity and shared purpose, we can amplify our collective voice, increase our negotiating power, and drive impactful changes in education policies and practices. Together, we can achieve far more than we could individually, leading to a more cohesive and influential union. I therefore want to seize this opportunity to call on the leadership of the Gambia Teachers Union, Conference of Principals of Senior Secondary School, Conference of Principals of Upper Basic Schools, ALVA, Gambia Association of Retired Teachers, the National ECD Network, GTU CCU, GTU Ladies Society, and Young Teachers Platform to renew their commitment and resolve in promoting collaborative leadership to enable us realize our shared vision. In this recent burst, just 1 year ago to be precise, we succeeded in influencing the revision of the scheme of service for the teaching cadre as a union. Continue to advocate for increased investment in education and for the timely disbursement of the school improvement grant and school subvention. As a union, we succeeded in mobilizing all and sundry by playing a pivotal role in influencing the revision of the scheme of service to ensure fair compensation and career progression for educators. With the seemingly unending challenges associated with the disbursement of the SIG and subvention, we have succeeded in agreeing with government to stop subjecting them to queuing, and we are very hopeful that starting January, when the warrant for 2025 is released, subventions will be paid with salaries and accorded the same treatment. Please be assured of our continued advocacy for increased investment in education, which we believe is essential to enhance the quality of teaching and learning, improve infrastructure, and provide resources vital for student success. Madam Chairperson, the importance of the timely payment and payment and revision of the unit cost of the school improvement grant cannot be overemphasized. Having been implemented for over a decade, revising the unit cost for the school improvement grant is crucial to align with current realities, inflation rates, and educational needs. This revision will ensure that schools receive adequate funding to enhance their facilities, teaching methodologies, and overall learning environment. Notwithstanding the concerns above, I would like to thank the Permanent Secretary, today I call it LMM, with your permission, and Government of the Gambia for swiftly responding to our call. We held a meeting the last time at Hay State House between the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Public Service, the National Security Advice, Ministry of the Presidency, Accountant General, GTU, CCU, and we are happy that they have honored our request, and for the first time after donkey years in court, that SIG is paid literally on time this time. Congratulations, peers. As cataloged above, I'm sure the principals will be wondering what I'm saying, but when CEO comes over, he will elaborate on that. As cataloged above, I would like to emphasize that collaborating through a consortium of chairpersons and principals of senior secondary schools would enable us to share knowledge, exchange best practices, and learn from each other's successes and challenges. By forming strategic partnership, we can leverage collective expertise to drive innovation, improve educational outcomes, and address pressing issues more effectively. I hope this Congress, this August gathering, will pass a resolution for the swift establishment of the consortium of chairpersons of senior secondary schools and principals. With the instructions of the President of the Gambia Teachers Union, we have visited 99% of all senior secondary schools on the Board of Governors from Region 2 East to Region 6. It is worrying, Madam Chairperson, to note that the union officials came across as many systems and management styles as the number of schools and regions visited. Virtually, every school or region is more or less unique to the other in how they manage their human resources. We have seen teachers and even school managers not complying with basic HR-related regulations. I hope the new executive will collaborate with the union to review and implement our recommendations after visiting Regions 1 and 2 West. Worst of all, such schools are disconnected from the establishment, as most of their teachers do not have any such corresponding files. I call on HRD to address this menace as a matter of urgency. The worrying and challenging HR-related issues affecting staff in senior secondary schools demand immediate attention and proactive solutions. By engaging stakeholders, providing support mechanisms, and advocating for better working conditions, we can mitigate these challenges and create a conducive environment for our educators. Finally, Madam Chairperson, with elections, while elections are essential for democratic processes, we must be mindful of the potential negative consequences such as division, distraction from core issues, and disruption in conference activities. It is imperative for us all to comport ourselves and to conduct elections in a more transparent, fair, and respectful manner to uphold the conference's integrity and unity. In conclusion, by prioritizing unity, advocacy, collaboration, and proactive leadership, we can elevate the impact of the conference and by extension the Gambia Teachers Union in influencing policy changes, enhancing education quality, and addressing pressing challenges. Let us work together towards a common goal of fostering a better future for our education system and ensuring the well-being of our stakeholders involved. I have a major observation that I want to share with you. I want to challenge the incoming executive that when we talk about conference of principals of senior secondary school, we remain all school managers within this country as far as the level is concerned. So the union has observed that there is a critical mass, a very formidable one for that matter, for the purpose of emphasis, that is the madrasas that are missed out. The registered madrasas are very close to 6,000 teachers, and Amana is managing about 72 senior secondary schools. So if you talk about conference of principals of senior secondary schools, I think the new leadership need to reconsider its common bond and be much more inclusive and accommodate the rest of the constituents under our purview. Briefly, textbooks for your information. With the instruction of the President, we have written to the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education and Public Service, and we have copied the conference. We have observed every little detail of the contract. We post-mortem it, and then sooner than later, we will engage accordingly and make sure that the needful is done. The chairman talked about examination malpractice. This is very worrisome. If we don't nip it on the board, to summarize his concerns, we will only be producing certified illiterates. And you know what the impending consequences and implications are. We will not be in the position, those of us, Muslims, won't be able to attend our Fajr and Subi prayers. Those of us who are Christians won't be able to attend our early morning prayers because of fear of working in the dark. You understand what I mean? Concerns expressed over the matter of SIG or the reports, in as much as we talk about the need to increase the unit cost of the SIG, in as much as it is important for us to talk about the timely disbursement, in as much as it is important for us to talk about government fulfilling its obligations, we also have a moral duty. Two major things that concern me in the last audit report is I cannot imagine how can you retire more than what you raised. You requested for 10,000 and you retire 15,000. That is deliberate. You cannot explain such things. And then also unintended expenses without proper documentation. Finally, Mr. Pierce, this is on a personal note. I am concerned that I have not seen, I was expecting all the regional education directors or their POs present in this meeting. That's an observation that I've made, Pierce. I'm not sure whether it's a matter of communication or otherwise. It is an essential ingredient and they need to be part of this process as the supervisors of the community that we are serving here. I thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you.